Until now, we have been using JSON as the data structure to transfer data between client and server. And if you want your application to interact with external service, in that case also we use JSON as the main format. And it turns out JSON is the best way because it is very lightweight. But consider a scenario where your application needs to get response from the LLM. In that case, we have seen that JSON doesn't work particularly well. And that is because when you use JSON, the token size is 412. And we know that more tokens will result in more billing. So to solve this issue, we have TOON, which is called Token Oriented Object Notation. So if you want your application to interact with LLM, then you might consider TOON to be the standard data structure. But how does TOON look like, and how does TOON solve the token problem? So this is an article by Tapas Adhikari in Free Code Camp, and you can see that TOON is used because it reduces the number of tokens when exchanging data between your application and large language models. And the way it does is that, consider when you're using JSON as the main data structure, then you are using so many tokens like these quotes and these colons. You're using this braces, commas, and that leads to unnecessary tokens. But if you convert this JSON to TOON, it would look something like this. You can see there is a drastic reduce in tokens, and this will be very, very useful, particularly today when your application, most of the applications are using LLM response. Now you can see that in TOON, there are no quotes, no braces, and no colons. So in this way, the tokens are reduced. The article also discusses that using TOON instead of JSON, it resulted in 30 to 50% fewer tokens. Now, to convert your data structure from JSON to TOON, you have a special package called TOON format/TOON, which is available in NPM. And we can use that, and I am going to show you an example of that. So here I have a JSON object, and which has videos and have a array of JSON objects. And suppose I want to transform this object into TOON string. I can do this by using this special method from this package, which is the encode method. And when I run this, you can see that my YouTube JSON format is converted to TOON string. And similarly, you can convert your TOON string to JSON format by using a method called decode from the same package. So you can see here I have a TOON string, and if I want to convert this to JSON string, I can use this decode, pass this TOON string to this decode method, and I will get the JSON string. So let me clear the console and let me print. You can see that I'm getting the JSON. Now one thing you will really need to understand is that TOON is not a replacement to JSON, and also this article discusses about it. So TOON is not a replacement to JSON, but TOON is, you can really think of TOON as, if you want your application to interact with LLM, then you use TOON. But for other cases, if it is a client to server communication or an application to external service communication, then you might use JSON because JSON is already a lightweight format. But TOON is specifically only used for, and mostly you can use it for LLM interaction. So you can sort of see this as you can use mix of both JSON and TOON in modern applications. I hope you understood how you can reduce the number of tokens by converting JSON to TOON.